The Ukrainian war has been one of the biggest topics in the news for a long time now. So that leads me to today's topic of, should countries ban Russian tourism? And I believe that they should. Yes, countries should ban Russian tourism. I believe this for 3 points. It's not against humanity, it's to help stop the war. It also will help increase international relations, and it also help prevent escalation in the Ukrainian-Russian war. So let's start off with talking about how this is not a humanity problem, it's to stop the war. In an ABC News article, people can still enter Finland for family, study, or work reasons. This does not completely ban people from Russia entering Finland completely. It just keeps them from entering for tourist relations. The Center for Strategic and International Studies, Russia has deficiencies with the war. And so because of this half stop of keeping Russians going into Finland, it can help stop the Ukrainian-Russian war, because it's already something that's already has a block in it. Meaning that if there needs to be more of a block, that can easily be put into place. And because Russia already has so many deficiencies, this can help stop the war because it's already one weak link. To where if they try to use something as into like getting into Finland to be able to escalate the war, they wouldn't be able to because they already have stuff set in place. Next, it would increase international relations. According to the Finland foreign prime minister, they said the entry of Russian citizens in tourist purposes endangers Finland's international relations. Because they were allowing Russian tourists into Finland, other countries were looking at them quite weird. In fact, according to Reuters, other countries have already banned tourism from Russia into their countries. Estonia specifically expressed frustration that Finland hadn't, meaning that since other countries are looking at them weird for having not done it already, by doing it, it's going to increase international relations. And by other countries doing it, it's going to increase international relations for them, overall creating more of a sense of unity and to help stop the Ukrainian-Russian war because of this unity that we would have around the countries surrounding Russia. Lastly, I want to talk about how this can help prevent escalation in the Ukrainian-Russian war. According to political scientist Hein Goins, Putin may keep fighting, even if he knows he's losing, because the alternative may mean signing his own death warrant. Because of this, that means that a political scientist believes that even if Putin's losing, he is going to keep going, because he knows that this is one of his final hurrahs that he's done. He's already done it, and he can't go back on his word now. Meaning that if he just decides to stop fighting, that's going to destroy his legitimacy completely. So we know that he's going to keep fighting, and even if he's losing, he might start escalating the war. According to an insider article, Putin said in a September 30th speech, he said that the US using nuclear weapons in World War II set a precedent. Now, this may not be direct threats to nuclear war, but it is a show that he is willing to increase and escalate the war. Even though he didn't directly say it, doesn't mean that he's not going to do it, because those are still threats that can be perceived as something as him increasing and escalating the war. So by helping to close the borders to Russian tourism, we can help prevent the escalation, because then he can't get into those countries quite as easily. So as you said today, countries should ban Russian tourism. This is because it's not against humanity, it's to stop the Russian war. And it'll increase international relations, and then lastly, it'll help prevent escalation, because we know Putin's losing right now, and he might threaten to bring it to a nuclear standpoint. So, as I said today, yes, countries should ban Russian tourism.